get into gear. Glad I stopped in time. Okay, it's great having to be able to see the mirror without moving the mouse, unlike ATS. Problem is obviously I've got a big blind spot. Especially when I'm too lazy to grab hold of the mouse to move it. But I mean, it's a lot of effort, you know, because I've got to then pick up my left hand, put it onto the steering wheel, take my right hand off the steering and put it on the mouse. It's just way too much effort. Not only that, I've got to move the mouse around too, which takes energy. All I've done is convince you that it's not an excuse to the reason why I almost crashed. It's just an admission that I'm lazy. What did I hit? What the heck have I hit? Seriously, what did I hit? I don't think I really hit anything then. You took out the violin. Oh, yeah. Excuse me while I go find my violin. Anyone seen my magnifying glass?
Keep right, and then exit right.
Did that do any damage? That must...
Right.
Oh, not really. Wonder what I hit. It doesn't look like I hit a single thing. Maybe that's what the problem was. The game thought, you know what, you've had a good run for a while here. We're not having this carry on happening. Let's sort that out. Make you hit something. I don't need you up anymore. Right, so, oh, actually I do, because I want to know. 9 hours. Ooh, okay. Ooh, actually I might be able to get away with having a sleep. Anyway. So, around about midnight. Would that be a good idea? Actually, a bit later than that. Trying to work out the maths here. Yeah. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have let my 3-year-old son drive, especially around this normal afternoon nap time. He fell asleep at the wheel.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Alright, if I say, I can't remember how long we sleep for. I think it is 10 hours, isn't it? 10 hours you sleep for, 8, 10 hours. If I slept at midnight, I'm 4 hours away from the delivery drop-off time. No, it's 8 hours away. Yeah, which the expected time is 4:30 in the morning. I would wake up around about 10 in the afternoon. I would have enough time to do for 6 hours, roughly 5-6 hours of driving with a new delivery, which will get me to 9 o'clock. No, you've stuffed up your calculations. If you woke up at 10, you got 4 hours, which would be 2 o'clock. Another 5 hours would be 7 o'clock. Sleep for 10 hours. Yeah, 12 or 2 o'clock actually, it would work out. It would work out if I went to sleep. got plenty of time. The job's expected in 24 hours. I sleep for 10. Well, actually, if we've got to take away, well, what, we're 8 o'clock now. 4 more hours would drop it down to about 19 hours. Sleep for 10. Give me about 9 hours, 8 hours to do a 4-hour drive. Yep, no, it would work out, I think. And we'll be able to get to drive during the daytime. Mind you, at the moment it doesn't look too bad on the stream. Light-wise. Let me in, let me in. Little pig, there we go. It's a shame that dashboard one display I've got, I can't just keep it on that display, so I can change the display in the center to something else, or vice versa. Ooh. It doesn't take much for me just to look away at the other screen to go across the white lines, does it? Toll, what, where, hey, where? I don't remember seeing a toll booth. Yeah, but that's what I'd prefer we did day jobs all the time. Which is, it's perfect, I suppose, because, I mean, I can sleep, provided I can find, you know, a job, and organise a day trip that way. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't take that long to actually sleep, so it's not going to hinder any game as far as equality of competition, but it's going to happen in both games anyway, so... So yeah, that's what I really want to do and try and do, but every now and then, obviously a bit of the nighttime driving. I don't mind if we do 20% of the streams at nighttime driving and 80% at daytime, especially if we're going past stuff we've already seen before.
Keep left.
I don't think we've been this way before though. I've lost the time. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's up on there as well. Top right. The other good thing is we can shorten the trip once we get into Spain and hit the 90km/h speed limit and get out of this 80. Yeah, the reflections, yeah. Yeah, SES has done, wow. I always say the graphics are really, really good. The sound effects are really, really good. Though I found a game that beats them in that aspect. Amazing sound effects, environmental sound effects. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, the game's called Scum. It's an early access game. It was actually free to play last weekend. And half price. But yeah, a really, really good game. if you like your sort of survival zombie type games, but the sound effect. What if I got the handbrake on or something? Uh-oh, this is not good. I was seriously starting to wonder if I had the handbrake on. I'm gonna have to stay in 6th gear. I can't risk changing. Till I get up to the top of the hill. There we go. Yeah, it's the sound, like the echoes of guns, the lightning effects, just even like a car, because you're playing multiplayer. And someone you're playing with turns up in a car or a motorbike, but just the realism of the sound from a car, the echo and all that coming towards you, and oh, it's just brilliant. Graphics are pretty good, not like these type of graphics, but they're pretty good. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's. Like I said, it's early access. It's a big map. I think it's either set in Croatia or Russia. I think it's Croatia. It's... Woo, 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 woo. You're a prisoner. It's sort of like if you ever remember the movie or ever seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Running Man, where they had prisoners have to run a course and try and survive not being killed and to win their freedom. Sort of like Hunger Games, I think. Mind you, I've never seen Hunger Games, but I think it always looked like it had the same idea. Yeah, it's sort of like that. So you're basically a prisoner that gets dropped in and there's zombies around and you've got to survive. I mean, the crafting and the building is really, really good. When you like, but it's a lot of in-depth to it. Like you've got a screen that shows you what your health is, with what your current sugar level is, or your carbs, or your protein, and how full your stomach is, what it's filled of. You know, if you drink water, and it'll tell you it's so many percentage filled of water and all that kind of stuff. It's really good when you're thirsty or you're hungry and you've got to eat. It doesn't show up straight away when you drink water. You got to wait for it to be digested in your system before it starts showing up and makes a difference. It's not instant. You can eat things that go off, and that can make you sick. You can make yourself throw up. You actually literally got to go to the toilet. Because it's got a symbol there of whether your colon and your urine, whether you need to take a dump or have a leak. Otherwise you burst. It's, yeah, and if you get really hot, you get like sweat driplets come down the screen. And if you're bleeding a bit, then you got blood droplets come down the screen as well, and it depends on that. You got like your blood pressure level. So if you get a cut or something, if it's not that bad, it'll eventually stop on its own, but you lose a little bit of blood. But if you get a real bad one and you're constantly losing blood, your blood level drops and you've got to try and bandage it up, and you get multiple cuts and all that kind of stuff. And it's, yeah. And then you get this drone that comes around every now and then, and what it is, it's a TV camera, because you're actually on a TV show, just like the Running Man sort of thing. You got day and night cycles and stuff like that. Even like car batteries, you find a car and you got to fill it up with fuel. You got to find petrol stations and stuff like that, and you can get jerry cans and fill them up, fill your car up. It also has battery levels, so your battery dies. What you got to do is find a battery, and then you got to find jumper cables to start the car up again to recharge the battery. Just a lot of good details and thoroughly enjoying it. Oh, good, we're in Spain, I can speed up. Yeah, it's definitely fun to play solo, or multiplayer. You build a base, you've got towns, little towns and stuff. You've got certain things that have like these robots or these mechs around that will destroy you, so you got to keep away from anything that's fenced around like ports or military bases. You got lock picking you got to do. You got to make sure you can either use a crowbar if you find a crowbar, but it takes longer than using a lockpick, which you got to use a lockpick and a screwdriver to unlock, which has got the sort of the same mechanics as Skyrim has with the lockpicking. And then you get a drop, a supply drop, and you go in there and everything's locked. So you got to try and unlock them, and then it's got a timer on it, about 15 minutes, and when it gets to 15 minutes, it'll automatically unlock, but you got about 30 seconds to check all the storages before the actual drop explodes, and it's a big explosion. You blow your cars up, you blow your trucks up, motorbikes up. You can repair them. Different clothes give you different types of amount of storage and stuff, and they get sort of wear on them and stuff like that, or they get damaged, and then you lose a bit of space for your inventory, and you can just repair them. You got to make a sewing kit and repair them, and it's even got instruments in it. You can go. I found a guitar, and you can actually play the guitar. You can play notes. You leave your lights on in the car while the car's off, to drain the battery. Battery drains as you try and start it up, so you find a car, the battery level's low. If you can get it started, you got to drive to charge it up. Some of them don't charge up. I think it's rare though, most of them do charge up, but then you got to have enough fuel to drive around. Then you got to find a gas station to fill the car up. Or you can use like wine bottles or different other bottles to fill up with petrol. If you haven't got a jerry can, take it to the car, fill it up with a bit of petrol. Different cars have different speeds. And you build your own base and stuff. So yeah, if you like your survival zombie type of games, it's really, really good. That one. Really good. You find food, you can taste it first to see if it's off or not, and even with the guns, like the guns is really good. If you got a handgun like a 9mm, you literally got to put the clip in your hand, then load it with the bullets, then put your clip in the inventory, then put the gun in your hand, and then load the gun, put the clip into the gun that way. So you get a 15 shot thing, you run out of bullets, to reload it you got to take the clip out and manually put the bullets in, and you got to go through all that. That's really good. Just little details like that which I like. Yeah, it's got a leveling up thing and everything, so as most do, but it's not the only thing I don't like about it at the moment is you don't have to go far away. Like at the moment on my solo pay, I've got a base that's in a sort of a seaside town. And I clear it all out and I've looted everything and killed the zombies. But if I only travel a little way up the road and come back, all the loot's respawned. Different loot, not the same obviously, it's just random. The zombies have respawned and I sort of don't like that. I don't mind the zombie things, more zombies could come along, that makes a bit of sense. But it sort of negates the reason to go and explore around the place if you can. All you need to do, even when you log out and log back in, all the stuff respawns. You know? I mean, that happens in my other favourite game, 7 Days to Die, but at least that one, it gives you the option to decide how many days before it respawns, you know? This one, it respawns a lot too quick, and I can't see an option. You can do it on the server. If you're playing multiplayer and got it on the server, you can do it on the server, set that. But in a solo play, I haven't figured out, mind you, I haven't looked up, but there's definitely no options like in 7 Days to Die where you could just change the option for it. Because it just needs that the reason to go out and venture further away and explore more of the map to get the materials you're looking for. I've forgotten about taking a sleep. What's the time now? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll tell you what, if we get a parking spot come up really quick, I will take a snooze. It's almost 3 in the morning though, but it'll still work out fine. Yeah, we've got a... Ooh, there might be one here. Sometimes there is one with the toll booth, isn't it? And sometimes not. Oh, I totally forgot about it because I was talking about the. I'm going to get in front of you, mate, before you turn into me. Now I'm going to slow down. Again. Oh, I was kind of really close there. That's why I'm not paying attention. It's actually really, really wide, isn't it? Really wide. A lot wider than I obviously thought it was. No, it's not. But I was starting to want. I saw you say that, and I was sort of going, "Yeah, that actually, you're probably right." But no, it's just the wide. A wide trailer, wrong one. That's really annoying. I forgot about the... Oh, up here. Go to sleep. It'll still work out better, but we take the next delivery, it'll be mostly during the day, a bit during the night, but when I go to sleep it'll be closer to morning time. So I won't change view because it's not exactly the normal time I'd go to sleep. Oh, is there? Oh, yeah, you're right. Why are you beeping at me? I'm not the one that's... Hello. Got a big enough log there? Someone's overcompensating. Couldn't... You think they could move up further, right? How long's the trailer? Can I sneak around? Yeah, you could have moved to that front pump, let everyone get around. You do you, buddy, you do you. Damn it, it's going to be one of these ones that doesn't have a bloomin' trigger. Oh, seriously, why is it? Now, this is happening a bit too often. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning now. Oh, it just came up, didn't it? Ever so... There. Oh, took about... They need to fix that. They really do. Let's go to sleep. What are we up to? 21. Oh, now that's the other thing I wanted to do, isn't it? Just double check. Where's my driver manager? Right, let's have a look here. Well, no one's in the negative, so it must have been just that one. I can't remember who it was. But saying that, you're not making much money either, guys. Come on, it's still on 21,000. Get your act together. Minus 372. Thomas. Right, let's have a look at the logs here. It's him. Why did he lose? He made $2,000 there. Well done for that. But why are you losing money here? No cargo there. That makes sense, but you had cargo. That makes no sense. Well, you lost 40. Why? Must be a reason for it. Programmed in. Lost money in late delivery. Filled up and fuel. That would make sense. Every now and then, but this one doesn't. That's 2 in a row. 2 in a row. No, I'll leave it as balanced. As leveling up. Yeah, it makes no sense. Alright, mate. Yeah, I'll be doing that in about 20 minutes. $5,000 was paid. It was probably all my profit for the day, wasn't it? Obviously, because it was 21,000 before I paid the loan. Yeah, it was 21,000. I realised I mute because I went to cough, but I didn't. I actually ended up finishing the sentence. instead of coughing, but I still muted it. Yeah, so before the loan came out, it was at 21,000. After the loan came out, 21,000. So the bank just took all my profit. I suppose it's better than losing money, well, going backwards. Figure going down. But I'd rather go up than I can pay them back. Which is obviously something I need to look at. Looks a bit cloudy. What are we? 1 o'clock. So we're not that far away, are we? We're what, an hour, 2 hours out. That'll make it, say, roughly 3:30, 4 o'clock. I can get a job that's about, well, the sleep time, yeah, it doesn't really matter, does it? I've got my lights on though, and notice that, the high beams. I hope the speed limit goes up before I catch up to this guy in front. He's got the brakes on, what he's got. No, they've got their lights on. This time of day. So I'm guessing it's going to rain. I think that's the normal reason why they have their lights, tail lights on during the daytime. Actually, I might change the GPS back to just normal and take it off Sound Fixes one. It's more for my appreciation than anything else, but it'll be a lot easier to hear them in this one. In a game where the mistakes really, really matter more at the moment.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Especially when I'm in bumper view. Here we go. Easy peasy. No one was going along, no cops around, stuck with the 90k and the 60k area. They must offset. Well, I really thought it was going to rain. In fact, it hasn't rained yet, and I've turned that up for autumn, eh? I've got to remember to do it for winter, turn it up a little bit more, the rain probability. I think I've mentioned that in one of the other streams there. I've used the seasons mods for a long time. And, oh, I can see off in the distance, I could see the delivery point. And, I used to change the rain probability to suit the season. But when I re-downloaded it for this, with the updates before I started the streams of this, yeah, I'm playing offline.